Next on Worcester News Tonight, the Worcester City Council will take a final vote on approving the loan necessary for the ballpark project. Plus, West Nile virus cases are up from last year, what the Division of Public Health is urging people to do. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Anna Botari. We begin in Worcester tonight, where city councilors are set to take the final vote on the Red Sox funding plan. The loan will allow for construction to begin on the new ballpark, where the minor league team will begin play in 2021. Our Chandler Walsh joins us now live with those details. Chandler?
Anna, City Council was very much in favor of the ballpark project at their first vote. A city councilor I spoke to expects tonight it will be a routine item now that more questions about the project have been answered. The Pawtucket Red Sox are already selling Polar Park merchandise, but the Worcester City Council still has one more vote before the city can front a $100 million loan necessary for the ballpark project. Their first vote was approved 9-1 earlier this month.
It was the same item, but it's just to advertise it for the public to have a chance to see that it's going forward. And then tonight is a more of a routine vote just to reaffirm.
District 3 Councilor George Russell says he'll be shocked if the outcome on Tuesday night's vote is different. He's in favor of the project and says though the price tag is high, it will pay for itself.
The way the manager structured this program, it basically takes the revenue from the additional development that's going on around the ball field and using that to pay the bond for the ball field.
The state is also committing millions of dollars to fund the project. Governor Charlie Baker was in Worcester Monday and says it's a big win to invest in areas which haven't seen momentum in a long time.
That old Wyman Gordon site had been sitting vacant for a long time, and the combination of the stadium along with all that housing, which is right near Union Station, which makes the whole thing a transit-oriented development opportunity, was a big opportunity for the Commonwealth and obviously a big opportunity for Worcester.
Even before the City Council's vote, the AAA baseball team is using its new website, asking for the public's input and ideas for the stadium.
They say that they want to make the field look, smell, and taste like Worcester.
Councilor Russell says in his 7 years on City Council, he hasn't voted on anything that could transform Worcester's image and economy like the ballpark project. City Council is set to make their final vote at their meeting tonight. Chandler Walsh, Worcester News Tonight.
Thanks, Chandler. The number of human cases of West Nile virus are up significantly from last year. The Massachusetts Department of Public Health have announced the 25th case of West Nile this year. In 2017, there were only 6 human cases. The Department of Public Health says the risk from mosquito-borne illness does start to decline at this time of year, but they're notifying people to continue to take precautions to prevent mosquito bites. And believe it or not, an area hospital has already seen a confirmed case of the flu. The seasonal illness sickened thousands last year, and doctors say now is the time to protect yourself. Our Rosalind Flaherty joins us with more on what you can do. Rosalind?
Anna, with the bad flu season last year, doctors say the best way to protect yourself is with a flu shot, and they say the vaccine this year looks promising. Flu season is right around the corner, and doctors in central Massachusetts say the time to protect yourself is now.
This is a really excellent time of year to try and get the flu vaccine.
Dr. Dick Ellison works in the infectious disease department at UMass Memorial Medical Center. He says the best defense against the virus is the flu shot. According to the CDC, there were more than 30,000 confirmed flu-associated hospitalizations between October 2017 and April 2018. He says the hospital has seen a case of the flu virus within the past month.
Not as bad as the 2009-2010 season, but it certainly was a higher year than we've seen the last couple of years before that.
Ellison and St. Vincent Hospital's manager of clinical pharmacy services, Joseph Sawicki, say they are optimistic about this year, saying the vaccine seems like it will be effective. But getting the shot doesn't mean you can't get sick.
If you were to get the flu, you would have less severe course of therapy. Like you recover quicker, you'd be less ill.
Sawicki says everyone should take the right steps to protect themselves, even if Massachusetts hasn't seen the seasonal flu yet.
Wash your hands often. You don't want to be around people when they're sick. You want to sneeze and cough into a tissue.
Now, the doctors say the vaccine takes about 2 weeks from the time you get it to be effective, and they say that you should get it before Thanksgiving. Rosalind Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.
Today is National Voter Registration Day. Here in the city, efforts are being made to increase voter numbers by getting people to register to vote before October 17th. Our Brittany Schaefer joins us now live with the latest. Brittany?
Anna, the city says registering to vote has never been easier. You can do it online, in person at City Hall, or by mail. And today alone, the city received dozens of registrations.
Registered to vote.
The League of Women Voters is trying to make sure people are registered to vote before November's election. In Worcester, they set up a registration table at the library.
We would like people to feel comfortable to come to the table and to walk away with all the information they need to be an informed voter come November.
We're hoping to catch attention. I want to register more voters and encourage people to vote.
Tamara Alfaris moved to the United States from Iraq and recently gained her U.S. citizenship. Tuesday, she made sure she was registered to vote.
When I take my citizen, I register directly, but I'm so excited because that's the first time I'm voting, so I feel so happy.
Alfaris says voting is a privilege and it's important to exercise her rights.
We have to voting because we have to change everything to better, many things in my mind.
The city of Worcester is also focusing on making registering to vote more convenient.
Making your voice heard has never been easier. We have options to register online. You can stop by the Worcester election office at City Hall. You might also give us a call. We'll be more than happy to mail you a registration card in the mail.
According to the city, voter turnout in September's primary increased from 2016 to 13.5%. The assistant city clerk says he hopes for higher numbers on November 6th, and National Voter Registration Day today has already made a difference.
In the city of Worcester, we have a little over 110,000 registered voters, and just this morning we received over 100 registrations online through our Secretary of State online voter registration function. Making your voice heard is very important, especially we're coming up with the November election.
The last day to register to vote is October 17th. The city also says they'll be holding early voting again this year to increase participation and convenience. Brittany Schaefer, Worcester News Tonight.
A man charged in a hit-and-run incident with a state trooper in Webster was back before a judge today. 27-year-old Corey Peterson had a dangerousness hearing in Worcester Superior Court. The judge continuing the case until October 15th for a pretrial conference. The Dudley man was arraigned last week on multiple charges, including armed assault with intent to murder, assault and battery with a dangerous weapon, and assault and battery of a police officer. The manhunt is over. Police have arrested the man accused of killing his estranged wife in Marshfield. Susan Tran has the latest.
Alan Warner in this Whitman police cruiser brought back to Marshfield police, ending an intense manhunt. Warner is accused of shooting and killing his estranged wife, Shauna Warner, yesterday afternoon, then taking off.
We believe he came to Marshfield specifically for her. He had been skulking around the area days before this in attempts to locate her.
Police in Marshfield first got a call about Warner 5 days ago that he looked suspicious. Then Monday afternoon, a chilling 911 call from Shauna to report her soon-to-be ex was chasing her in a car.
It appears that Ms. Warner was shot and sustained other life-threatening injuries.
The couple got married in 2008, and while we found out they had a tumultuous relationship, Shauna had not taken out a restraining order, but she had filed for divorce 3 times. The first in 2011, where she wrote he was physically and verbally abusive due to his drug use. She filed again in March of 2017, only to again ask the judge to dismiss it, writing they had reconciled. Then just this May, Shauna filed for divorce a 3rd time. They had a court date set for next January.
Over a number of years, he's had numerous interactions with the police.
We went to 3 different courthouses and found police have arrested Warner numerous times. In '93 and 2009, it was for driving on a suspended license. Then in 1998, 2009, and again in 2011, police arrested him for several larcenies.
Alan Warner is set to be arraigned tomorrow on a charge of murder. In Marshfield, Susan Tran, Worcester News Tonight.
Switching gears now, the annual farmers market has returned to the Assumption College campus, featuring more local vendors. The effort is spearheaded by the student-run organization, the Green Hounds. Local vendors including Dick's Market Garden of Lunenburg, Birch Tree Bread Company, and new this year, the Bean Counter Bakery. Jacqueline Ryan is the group's vice president. She says it gives students exposure to local businesses and access to fresh foods.
Our underclassmen, they don't necessarily have a car, so being able to find like fresh local food on campus is huge. Because I know for me, up until this year, I didn't have a car, so it definitely helps to be able to find something that's, you know, reasonably priced and that they can take back with them to their rooms.
There will be a second market on November 6th from 11 to 3.